So Callum, tell us how you got involved in boxing in the first place.
Yeah, so when I was 6 years old, it was my dad put me into boxing, and I've been boxing ever since I was six. It's all I knew my whole life.
And was your initial dream to qualify for the Olympics in 2020?
I never had an initial dream. I was just 6 years old, just boxing. Young Irish kid, just fighting, and I loved to fight and I loved to train. And yeah, when I was 11, I just had my first amateur fight and I lost. And I've been just going at it ever since. I think I won 15 in a row after that, and then I won 6 national titles, European gold medal, and tried to qualify for the Olympics, and I didn't. But now I'm 9-0 as a pro, so it's going well.
And tell us about working on the boats out of Cove.
Yeah, working on the boats. I was 16, 17, 17, and I left school, and I had to make money. I had to make money to get myself to training. I worked on the fishing boats 7 days a week to afford to buy a car, to insure the car, and to drive myself to training. And that's why I worked so much on the boats.
And tell me about how big of an influence your grandmother has had on your life.
Yeah, before I could drive, she used to bring me to training. And I grew up with my grandmother. She raised me, so yeah, she had a massive influence on my life. And now that I'm a pro, she comes to my fights. She was in New York, she was in Boston, so she travels to watch me fight. So she came to LA once. So yeah, it's unbelievable.
And talk to me about going to Mexico or going to the United States or to LA to your dad during COVID. Tell me the trip that involved.
Yeah, so it was during COVID. Obviously, Ireland was a banned country from America, so I had to go to Mexico. So I flew from Ireland to Mexico, quarantined there for 2 weeks, and tried to get over the border. Got sent back to Mexico twice, and finally, after a few days, I flew from Mexico into America. Told him I was going visiting my dad, and I left 18 months later, 3-0 as a professional.
So, tell us about when you visited Freddie Roach's gym when you were a 16-year-old with your dad.
Yeah, so I was actually 15, and I showed up to the gym just to try and meet Freddie and get a picture, and I did. There's a photo floating around there somewhere. I don't know if I want you to find it, but yeah, there's a picture of me and Freddie, and I went in there and bought a T-shirt, and came back when I was 20 years old.
And you found the T-shirt recently?
I did, yeah. I was in my old room the other day. I was looking at all my national titles and all my certificates and stuff, and I found the old T-shirt.
And tell us then about you arriving in Freddie's gym unannounced after you went to LA.
Yeah, so I showed up, knocked at the door, asked if I could train, and Freddie said, if you want to train, you have to spar. And the first day, obviously, they don't just let anybody in there. So he wanted to see what I was made of, and I got in, I sparred, and he told me to come back the next day. That's what I've been doing ever since.
All right. And you talk to us about your first pro fight.
So I made my pro debut about a year after training with Freddie in December. And I think my pro debut lasted 20 seconds. And then I signed with promoter Tom Loeffler and had my second fight in St. Patrick's Day.
And talk to us about you meeting Dana White. It was a very special way to celebrate your 21st birthday.
Yeah, so my 21st birthday, my first time in Vegas, first time meeting Dana White. We talked about my career, what kind of plans he had, and he sent me to the shooting range, and I shot a 50 caliber sniper. Nearly broke my shoulder.
And finally, tell us about your plans for 2024.
Yeah, well, I'm planning on fighting Madison Square Garden again, March 15th, St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'm one of the only fighters in a long time to fight in Madison Square Garden, headline Madison Square Garden, like twice in the space of 4 months. So I'm really looking forward to it, and looking forward to the Irish support out there again.
And is the dream to win a world title in Cork?
Yeah, Páirc Uí Chaoimh, yeah. Win a world title in Páirc Uí Chaoimh would be good, alright, yeah, hopefully.